If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from Southern California. Devontae Turpin on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. What they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice, whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback. These reps in the preseason are invaluable.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
On third down, Prescott. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Rams first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Escaping to his left. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Rams 7, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. Crazy. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still A lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. On the give, it's Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
It's the fighting for the marker. He loses the football. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one up in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Kinchins.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man. Downfield, it is Adams. He's still on his feet. And he will score. Davante Adams. Touchdown, LA.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Levis, good on the extra point. And the Rams will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. From the 25, here's second down and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Jack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he's taken down up past the 35. So first and 10 here now at the 38.
And the Cowboy first down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Into the hands of Pickens once again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 46. Here's second and a couple.
The 46-yard line.
Throwing is Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
First down, Dallas.
That is Ferguson in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 48-yard line, here is second down and 7. On the option, here's Williams. And And he'll get this down to the 40. It's a nice run. And it's also a first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cowboys.
It's another run here for Williams. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
to throw is down. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Intended for George Pickens. Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
15 yards. And the Rams first down.
Now, faking the give. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Rams. And make it 3 in the first. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
So after 1, the Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense starting to try out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence.
The pressure.
Of 9 yards. And it's third down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. The shotgun, a throw from Milton. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Rams take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And he's in. Toot, Atwell. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this one. First down now. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the gun, here's Milton. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Get this complete to Tolbert. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
In punt formation for the Cowboys.
Here comes Smith on the return. And a very solid return as they're able to bring him down. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up intended for number 32.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10
at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Corum. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. Another first down. On the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Hawks 70, Hawks.
Back to throw. Forced out left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And the first carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. From 31, here's 2nd and 9. Get out of the gun is Milton. Oh, a loose football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
On 3rd and long, here's Milton. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Rams offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game,
and he will score. Touchdown, Rams. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. And it was a point attempt to follow. Keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Cowboys offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. 2nd down and 8.
Schoonmaker. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Milton.
26-yard line.
Open left side is Schoonmaker. And a good job. Rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Throwing is Milton. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Rams.
Here's first and 10.
Down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Rams going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Half midfield. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 94 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams stretch things out even further.
Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. He'll move. Ahead for about 3 yards. Josiah Stewart in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Milton. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And the Cowboy first down.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run, it's Sanders. Room to run at the 40. He's taken down just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football is out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Sanders. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. His pass right side is caught by Schoonmaker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Panther 60.
From the gun, here's Sanders. 1st down and more. He's inside the 35. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down,
70,
Cowboys.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It leads to
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Milton. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
intended for
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, Prescott. Then caught, it's Miles Sanders. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the 1st down marker.
a 41-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back to the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the ground, it's Corum to start the drive. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yards. And a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Routs another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 35-yard line.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to have the 1st down, able to reach the ball forward and dive past the yellow line.
Rams 1st down.
2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
Viking 18. Check out.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. It'll take this to about the 28. It's Darius Williams up to make the stop. It is 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Prescott. Here's a screen now for Sanders. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Cowboy first down.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dallas.
They'll throw again. Dak. The Rams have it. Into space. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And a great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stopping with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They send the tight end in motion. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Sanders. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Jalen McCullough there to make the play.
27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. This will be returnable from his own 15. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. On play action, he'll set up to throw. There's that man again, another pass. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a 1st down. So we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this.
On the double. Ready.
Now, faking the give. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
Set. 70 Lion. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off he goes.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back.
And he will score! Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, LA. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Point after try forthcoming.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams add on to their already sizable
Makes the
lead.
score Rams 73, Cowboys 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Schoonmaker. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
Dak can throw it here on 1st down. He'll work this out wide for Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st down, Cowboys.
They'll run the toss here to Sanders. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Here's Dak to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops. And
they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Rams have it into space. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Rams will add 1 more onto their big lead.
Cowboys 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle was made right at the 36.
It's a gain of 10. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Dak going to give this to Blue. And he'll take this up past the 40 of pickup 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Now Prescott. Now a screen set up for Blue. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and he'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field, inside the 30. And he will take this one in for 80 yards. Touchdown, Rams. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now he's try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now Prescott. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
By the Rams.
Let's go now. 60 Eagle.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. As is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And the Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
1st down.
They cannot
First
stop
down
him.
and goal to
That's
go.
13 catches in the game. That one for a first down. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
So,
It's
2
a
minutes
loss
to
of
play
one.
here in
Brings
the
up
second half.
and goal.
We'll
At
come
the
back
2-yard
and finish
line.
this one off. After this, they'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll run with Porter. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Blake Porter. Touchdown, Rams. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kicking team off for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Rams are going to extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get in the end zone. This drive will begin with first down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
On second down, Blue.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Third and short. Prescott. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
The Rams take over first and
Rams offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball.
19, Tiger.
They'll start this on the ground with Porter. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's to Atwell. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
First down.
They'll come up here
First and 10
first
at the
and 10.
47-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Quorum. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Once again, it's Quorum. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here comes Quorum. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
There's a handoff to Quorum. Tough running there in the did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first
A gain
and
of
goal.
4 yards.
Now we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with
First and goal
3
at the
seconds to go
9-yard line.
in a game that has already been decided. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Rams as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.